And we are live. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nikki Smokes, joined by my co-host Bobby, and you are listening to The Smoke Show. Today is Fired Up Friday. I was so fired up. I started it a minute early. We started at 4:59 today, not 5 o'clock. It's Fired Up Friday. I know you guys are getting off work. I know you're ready for the weekend. I know you're ready to pound some brews or pound some jack or go by the pool. Listen to the new Drake album because it's fire. It's Fired Up Friday, so get ready to fucking go and get ready for this smoke. Bobby, how we feeling today?
I am incredible, Smoke. Just got off work. I was going to bring a beer on the show. Didn't have any in the fridge. So, my first stop's going to be after this. I'm going to get some beers. I'm going to go in my backyard and I'm going to go chip golf balls for about an hour because
Sounds
tomorrow
like a
I'm
dream.
playing top 20 golf courses in the United States, Oak Hill Country Club, Rochester, New York, site of the PGA next year. I had a buddy that could get me on. Literally couldn't be looking more forward to it. So, Fired Up Friday. The name rings true. I am fired up, baby.
That's outstanding. Oak Hill. I could only imagine playing at Oak Hill. That's actually unfucking believable. I don't know what it is, but there's just something that sounds so peaceful. Now, it's weird. Like after you turn 21, you kind of don't like to go out, or at least I don't. Like I don't like going out anymore. So the idea of just going into my backyard with the 6-pack of the beer of my choice and just chipping golf balls sounds like the ideal Friday night for me. Is that where you're at now, or is it just because you're playing Oak Hill?
I mean, a little bit of both. I'm the same way now. I mean, I'm 26. I don't love going out. I'm more of a homebody. I'd rather smoke, drink, invite the boys over, have a girl over, do whatever at the crib rather than going out and mixing it up. But I mean, Oak Hill just adds an extra degree. I got to be dialed. My goal tomorrow is to break 90. If I can break 90 at Oak Hill, it'll be honestly an accomplishment in my mind. I'll probably drop 300 at the pro shop to go get all this cool shit that they got
All
there,
day.
dude. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't even put it into words how excited I am.
That's the thing about those nice ass golf courses. It's one thing to play them, but then you go to the merchandise store and you're like, fuck, I gotta spend 300 in here. Anytime I go to a golf tournament, it's like, oh, the ticket was $50. I walk in the pro shop, I'm like, damn, I just dropped fucking $400 in there. Wow.
Well, that's why we bet on these things so we can make our money back. Makes it seem like it's almost free. You know what I mean? Go to the golf tournament, cash a matchup. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. Well, Chris Sims, he came out with a list today. Woo. And this is like a quarterback coach battle royale. This man, this has to be a troll, has Tua and Mike McDaniel at dead last, basically saying we can't whoop anyone. He's literally saying that Tua and Mike McDicks can't whoop any head coach, any quarterback in the entire NFL. That is ridiculous. I'm telling you right now that Tua Tagovailoa and Mike McDaniel, first of all, they are whooping Kirk Cousins' ass. They're definitely whooping Matt Ryan's ass. They're definitely whooping fucking Russell Wilson's ass. And there's nothing against Russell. I love Russell, but he's the type of guy that's like, nah, man, like we're good, bro. Good energy, good vibes. Like I ain't with that. Tua and Mike McDaniel, not only are they going to beat the shit out of them on the football field, we catch Mac Jones and Bill Belichick in an alley. Ooh, that's on site. Tua and McDaniels have that on lock. I mean, this is just disrespectful. They got Davis Mills over Tua. Tua would whoop his ass. Come on, man.
I mean, they got Geno Smith and Pete Carroll ranked ahead of the Dolphins. Geno Smith got punched in the jaw by one of his own teammates, didn't he? In the locker room, that happened. So he already got split by an NFL player. Pete Carroll is 70. So I mean, Chris Sims just does this at this point to get clicks. And Juju, I see you in the chat. You don't know a damn thing about Wegmans, so put some fucking respect on it. One day you'll be in a situation where you'll be somewhere up in the Northeast, because that's where most Wegmans are, and you'll get a chance to experience the greatness that is Wegmans. I got respect for Publix, decent place. It doesn't have shit to do with Wegmans. And he just keeps going. Hurts to Eagles, Fins. I mean, what is he smoking at 5 o'clock on a Friday? Because I might need a little, because obviously deranged.
He's on fucking crack. Bro, by the way, Tua's a better football player than Jalen Hurts, and Tua will whoop his ass in a fight. Give me Tua and McDaniel over Sirianni and Hurts all day. I'll shoot that one all day, Sunday through Sunday. The Vegas line for Tua versus Hurts in the back alley is Tua minus 350. Straight up, bro. I'm not capping.
I think they're sleeping on McDaniel, too. He looks like a squirrely little fuck. Who knows what he's about? He's probably about that action, McDaniel. He's wearing sweatshirts in the 90, 100-degree weather. He's obviously got a screw loose somewhere. So he's know he's about this work. For
He's
sure.
about his smoke. I ain't worried about that one bit. Is there anyone that on the list that really pisses you off? Is there just one that stands out for me? Like I know Dan Campbell is a psycho, but there's no way Jared Goff can bang. Like what is that?
Mine was like the same. It's right under it. It's Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh. Like obviously Robert Saleh is a beast, but Zach Wilson looks like the biggest pussy in the league. Like which quarterback isn't splitting Zach Wilson? No disrespect to Zach Wilson, even though I just sized his ass, but I'm just being honest here. I got to be honest.
I agree. I agree. I think that list is disrespectful. I think Chris Sims, he just enjoys the engagement he gets from Dolphin fans on Twitter. I think that's what it is. He came out with that list and put quarterbacks like Marcus Mariota and all these other bums, Jalen Hurts above Tua. So he just loves the engagement that he gets from Dolphins Twitter. Well, another video that's kind of trending on Dolphins Twitter is this 15-yard out route pass to Tyreek Hill. I know it's the offseason. I know there's no pads on. I know it's not a real defense, but there was some zip on that ball. I mean, that thing looked better than anything Jalen Hurts has thrown since he was at Oklahoma. I was very, very impressed with the velocity I saw on that out route. Well, it was like a 15-yard outside curl, but that's one of those big boy throws in the NFL that you have to make, and you need arm strength to make that throw. And when you go back and look at Tua, like the one that sticks out to me is the one against the Jets when he threw that pick six. Like that ball was floating, you know?
Yeah.
And it looks like he's always missing velocity, maybe because he's throwing under so much pressure, or maybe he's still not 100% from the hip. But based off of what I saw, it looked good. That ball had some zip. It got there quick, and it hit Tyreek Hill right on the money. What'd you make of the video?
100%. And like you said, that out route, those throws outside the numbers, hardest throw in the NFL to make. Some guys can make them, some guys can't because it's all velocity, obviously accuracy as well, but you got to get it there because corners can break on that. And it was great to see. It looks like he's making strides. All we've heard this offseason from his perform camp, from the videos, is Tua's getting arm strength. The zip on the ball is coming alive. So you love to see it. But just another thing is I don't remember in Tua's first couple of years, these videos coming out of him working with receivers, doing extra practice, doing these timing on these routes. So I don't know if it's a Tyreek came in and it's a leadership where Tyreek's like, no, we're going to work and we're going to get this timing down, or if Tua took the next step. But it just feels like this offseason, there's been more of those videos of Tua working, like putting in that extra time outside of practice and doing his things, especially with Tyreek Hill. So I love
here's my opinion on that. So I think the reason for all these videos is two things. Tua says he's not on social media, but he's aware of what's being said about him on 100%. Social media. So instead of him quote tweeting and replying to people on his personal account, he's got his trainer Perform, who before he started posting these videos of Tua had like 700, 800 followers. But that doesn't mean he wasn't doing good in business. Like he was great with running backs. He's been with Dalvin Cook. He's been with tons of running backs in the NFL. So I'm not saying like he got all of this from Tua, but he's got this like social media presence almost. And now he has almost 10,000 followers. And that's 99% from Dolphin fans and because of the content that he posts of Tua. And a lot of these videos are almost responses to the criticism about Tua. You know, it's like Tua has no arm strength. So what did they do? They posted a video of Tua throwing the ball 70 yards on the soccer field. Oh, Tua can't throw the outside comeback route. What they do, they just posted the video of the outside comeback route to Tyreek Hill. Oh, Tua has no velocity. Here, I'm going to make a montage of what Tua looked like last year in the summer versus what Tua looks like this year in the summer, and we're going to compare the velocities, and the ball comes out a lot faster. So I think we're seeing more videos, one, because Perform is, scaling his business. He's using his cash cow, Tua, as he should. And I think it's also being used from Tua subliminally that, hey, everything you're saying is false. I'm just not going to come out here and say it. Here's a couple of videos to shut you up.
No, I mean, I totally agree with you. And I think that makes a ton of sense. And I don't hate that. Like, that's totally cool with me, to be honest with you, especially from the trainer's standpoint. Like, yeah, show off what you got, get the followers, get the clicks. All it's going to lead to is more business for you. And then from the Tua aspect, all we're getting to see is more of our quarterback. Get to see him put that time, effort in. Even though it's not coming directly from him, we're still getting it and we're still seeing it every day, or almost it literally feels like it's almost every day, and we're in the offseason. So I don't mind it. As a fan, I like to see him working. And from that business standpoint, like you mentioned, it does make so much sense. So I'm all for it. I hope they keep coming, bro.
Yeah, me too. But you know what I really want to see? I want to see it work on the field.
That's all that
I want to
matters.
see it happen on Sunday. This is all cute. It really is cute. At the end of the day, I see this as cute. It's great. It gets us through the off season. Me and you get to talk about it.
Yeah.
Dolphin fans, we have something to tweet about. We have something football related to watch. But at the end of the day, all the videos, all the bullshit that we see during the offseason means absolutely nothing if it doesn't translate to wins on Sunday. You go back last year during the offseason, during the preseason, we were all so hyped, right? We're watching all these videos.
Yep.
I can't remember one video anymore, but you know what I do remember is starting the season 1-7. I do remember losing to Atlanta. I do remember losing to Jacksonville, you know? Like I remember all that. I don't remember the videos we posted in the offseason or what we posted in the preseason, but I remember almost everything that happened during the regular season.
Oh, I mean, 1,000%. At the end of the day, these are just little crumbs that we get to eat up and kind of take in and talk about in the offseason because there's not much else to like talk about at this time. So from that
Right.
standpoint, I just like to see them because it's something to talk about, something to see. We're not seeing these guys every day. It's not football season. So it's nice to get some reminders, see some videos on the timeline. But at the end of the day, I mean, those videos don't mean anything. Those videos aren't winning us football games. The work being put in might lead to us being successful, but like the videos don't mean anything. If we start
Right.
the season 0-4, who cares what the fucking video looked like? Who cared what that 15-yard out route looked like? What are you gonna say?
If we start 1-4, those videos are going to look a lot worse. You know
Worse.
what I'm saying? Like they're going
Yeah.
to look a lot worse because right now it's kind of like, yo, things are going really good right now. I'm telling you, like we're on the verge of a breakout. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, you're going to see Alabama Tua. I'm telling you, you're going to see Tuscaloosa Tua. We're seeing
It's a
all the
mouthful.
videos. We're getting hype about it. And if it doesn't happen, those videos are going to look like a lot of shit. So it's a big gamble, but hey, we're degenerates. We love to bet. You might
Hell
as well
yeah.
bet on yourself and perform. He's betting on his dude. I think there's no other way to go about it. So the video with Tyreek was great. Speaking of Tyreek Hill, he's getting death threats over his comments about Tua Tagovailoa being more accurate than Patrick Mahomes. Now, it's fair to say that he might need to get mentally checked out or go to a mental asylum or something. That's all fair and game, but death threats is another level. How do you what's your vibe on that, Bobby?
I mean, to me, it's just like how ungrateful are these Kansas City fucks? They live in the Midwest. They got nothing better to do all day than just send death threats to Tyreek Hill, the guy that won them Super Bowls. Like, what are we even doing here? These fucking losers. They're just corn-fed hicks that live in the Midwest. They got nothing, like literally nothing better to do than get online and death threat the guy that was your best offensive weapon for years. Like, could you be any more of a loser? But it makes sense. These Kansas City fans, they got no class. They got no integrity. They got nothing, bro. They're a bunch of fucking morons. And Tyreek should take nothing to it because all he was doing was sticking up for his guy. What did you want Tyreek
Right.
to say in the interview? He'd rather have Patrick Mahomes. Like, come on now, people. What are we doing?
I don't think death threats are cool at all, and I want to make that very very clear. But I think this might be getting blown out of proportion a little bit. Like Jackie Robinson, he received real death threats. Like they're sending handwritten letters to his address. Like they actually wanted to kill this man just because of his race. I think Tyreek's death threats, and I could be wrong, are probably just DMs from someone with no followers or username 1126355 Kansas City fan till I die. You know, like absolute weirdos. And I'm not like defending it. I think death threats are wrong, but I don't think they have any weight. It's not like they're sending it to his house. I'm sure it's just a bunch of DMs from a bunch of fucking weirdos. Oh my God, how dare you say that? Like, I'm going to kill you and your family because you said Mahomes is better than Tua or Tua is better than Mahomes. It's just stupid. I don't really think there's any weight behind it. You know, I don't think those comments were that big to where like he's going to bed and he's scared for his life, you know?
I mean, I don't think so. I couldn't see him worrying about dying because he said he had a quarterback he liked better. I mean, there obviously got to be some sort of an empty threat. But at the same time, like, yo, what the fuck are you, these losers doing? I just don't
Right.
understand. They got too much time on their hands. They already got through cropping their farm for the day and they sat back down and they had nothing else to do. So they decided to send death threats at their player. I get it. I mean, you guys are fucking bored. It's okay. Kansas City sucks. We get it.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to live in Kansas City. I wonder what they do there. Like what do you do in Missouri?
I got no idea. Like I said, nothing.
You think they rake leaves?
I got to rake leaves in the fall. Do you got to rake leaves in the fall, or that's not a Florida thing, right?
No, no, like we definitely have to rake leaves. But do you think they're like passionate about raking leaves?
Probably, bro. They're probably passionate about leaves, farms, being outside, milking their cows, raising their cattle. Like, I get it. That's what they do. It is what it is.
I'm gonna look up top things to do in Missouri.
I
I
think
just
they
want
got
to.
good barbecue though, so I'll give them that. They eat well. It's because they have farms though. They those directly correlate. I would say.
Well, let me do Kansas City because there might be like lit ass cities in Missouri, but like, what do they do in Kansas City? All right, here's their top 20 attractions:
I'm
World War
curious.
One Museum and Memorial. That sounds lame. They got a steamboat museum. Does it get any lamer than that? Union Station. The fuck is that? Kansas City Zoo. Okay.
I
They
can fuck with
have.
the zoo.
I'm not gonna say that out loud. Country Club Pizza. Nice.
Probably trash.
You guys get what we're saying. There's nothing to do in fucking Kansas City. They have nothing better to do than sit here and fucking send Tyreek Hill death threats. Okay, it's an absolute fucking joke. Fuck them. They're salty that their empire is crumbling beneath them. I mean, you have to feel kind of sick knowing you have the best quarterback in the NFL and you're still gonna suck ass. Like that's got to be a shitty feeling.
Yeah, and I got to take. I mean, I don't know if this is too much of a hot take or how you feel about it, but Kansas City's not even winning their own division this year. I get Mahomes is great. I'm not sizing Mahomes, but they lost their number one talent on offense, who now belongs to us and is going to come dominate in the AFC East with the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill. And at some point in time, I think it started to happen last year. Travis Kelce's not going to be able to keep doing what Travis Kelce does. I mean, this guy goes
Right.
in, week out, week in, week out, year in, year out, puts his body on the line, makes plays over the middle. It's unbelievable. You got to think at some point this guy is going to decline. And I think that Tyreek not being there, because a lot of teams, they would say, okay, we're playing the Chiefs. We're going to do one of two things: shut down Tyreek or shut down Travis Kelce, and then
Right.
we'll worry about the other one later. Well, you don't got that option no more. Everyone's
Yeah.
keying in on Travis Kelce. I don't think who did they sign? They signed a receiver that's not worth the shit. I'm pretty sure.
From Green Bay. Fucking Jack. No, no, they signed Juju Smith. Juju Smith Schuster.
Yeah, he'll be doing TikTok dances at center field with Jackson Mahomes. So we're not worried about the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Chiefs aren't winning the division. Smoke, what do you think about that?
Chargers win the division. Chargers win the Super Bowl. I've been there. I've told you that they're the best team in the NFL, hands down. I'm gonna get smoked for it. I don't care. It is what it is. Justin Herbert's a top 10 quarterback. Should be a Miami Dolphin. I'm not complaining. It's not a knock. It is what it is. I've seen it with my own eyes. Maybe Tua goes out there and throws 30 touchdowns. Tua sneaks into the top 12, top 15
Yep.
quarterbacks in the NFL. That's all we need him to do, and we're winning a Super Bowl. But right now, I think the Chargers are by far the best team in that division. I don't even think it's close.
Once again, Smoke, we're on the same page. I couldn't agree more. They've added to their defense. Their quarterback's great. Their receivers are some of the most underrated in the league. Eckler's a monster. I mean, the Chargers are going to do the damn thing this year. I'll definitely have the division bet as well. I'll have the Super Bowl ticket. We're going to be riding those together for sure.
How do you feel about inside trading?
Insider trading.
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I don't know the context of this question, but overall, probably bad. But I wish that I could insider trade. Like if I got some information and I could personally benefit myself from it, I'd probably do it. You know what I mean? Anything to make a
Right.
buck here or there, in my opinion.
Anything to make a buck, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Now, say you work for ESPN and you already make a fucking boatload of money, and you're the lead insider,
Scumbag.
and you have the power to single-handedly tip Vegas's odds. Do you know where I'm going with this now?
Oh, yeah.
Woj,
Oh, yeah.
last night was the NBA draft. Now, I'm a big Miami Heat fan. I know you don't really care about basketball, but you care about sports betting, and
I
I
watched the
care about
draft.
sports betting.
Yeah.
So Paulo was like minus 200 to go number one overall pick. Woj sends out a tweet saying, no, he's not going number one. Someone else is going number one. So the odds go from minus 200 to plus 300, and Paulo ends up going number one. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm Woj and I know I hold the power, and he's probably in cahoots with Vegas, Vegas is like, yo, send out a tweet. It's too much money going on him. Everyone thinks he's a lock. We need you to balance it out. Woj sends out the tweet. Everyone flies to go bet the other guy, thinking that they're sharp. The line completely flips. And now Woj is sitting here like, damn, I'm getting plus 300. And deep down, I already know that guy is really the number one pick. Do you think that's possible? That's what I'm bought in on. There's no way a guy with his resources and his amount of experience in the industry doesn't know who's going number one, especially in the NBA draft. Because in the draft, they tweet out who's going first. They not even just first. All the draft picks get announced like 5 minutes before they're submitted. You don't even have to watch the draft. You just refresh Twitter. The NFL, you might get lucky. It might come up like 10, 15 seconds, maybe a minute before. But the NBA, we're talking about like minutes before it says pick is in. I'm bought in. Woj had Paulo absolutely slammed at plus 300.
Yeah, bro. So I'm not the biggest NBA fan in the world, but some of my buddies were getting together last night to watch the draft. So I was like, yeah, sure, dude. I'll come drink some beers and watch the draft. And me being a gambler and wanting to have some excitement, I was looking to bet the draft. And I obviously saw the Woj tweet. I'm looking at my lines. I'm like, some of this isn't adding up. It's weird how they're moving right now. And usually with a draft, especially we see it in the NFL, I think we talked about it last show, actually. When those lines start going that way, that's the pick. Like, people know shit. That's the pick. But when the lines moved like back and forth like twice, and then Woj has his tweet, and I'm sitting there 20 minutes before the draft, and I look at it, and I'm like, all right, it looks like this what's his name, Smith Jr., the kid who actually didn't get picked first, who went third. I forget his name, Jabari Smith. I'm sitting there, and I actually texted our buddy Field, and I go, is Paulo going first? Because I can get him plus 350 right now, 20 minutes before the draft. And Field goes, I don't think so, bro. So I didn't take it. So not only am I mad at Woj, I'm mad at Field as well.
Fuck Field, stupid Eagles fan. Hate them all.
No, but I think it's going to fuck up the future of betting on drafts. It really is.
Especially the NFL.
In New York, I already
painted.
In New York, you can't bet on drafts, like on the legal sites. So even like NFL draft, all that, none of those sports books offer those lines. And after the stunt that got pulled last night, I can guarantee you they're not going to offer them more, because that is just purely insider trading. I wish Woj would just come out and say he did it, because I'd respect the fuck out of him. He's just like,
because it's not illegal.
It can't be. What law would he be breaking? Not one I know about. If he just came out and was like, I sent the tweet out and then I put 10K on Paulo to go first, I would round of applause, clap it up for him, because he used his power and resources to make a fucking bag. But me, we don't make those power and resources.
Imagine being in his circle and he's like, bro, like, put $100,000 on him. Like, I'm telling you, it's not losing, and you're gonna get fucking paid.
Facts. I needed that Woj text. Yeah, it's
we
fucked
gotta
up
get
though.
In that circle.
It is fucked up though. Like, guy has so much power and he's just unchecked. Like, when he just tweets that out, the lines legitimately move. Our boy Kevin, Graphics Kevin, his buddy laid minus 300 on Jabari Smith because he thought it was an absolute butter lock because Woj tweeted it. Kid probably wanted to jump off a balcony when he heard that first pick. Kevin was texting me saying his boy just laid the 300 juice. And I was like, oh my God, bro. I couldn't imagine getting duped by Woj and it costing me money while it made Woj's bag on the side.
See, Kruk fucked us, but he gave us a plus 500. So he was trying to be the fucking boy.
Exactly. That's
but when Woj sends it out, like, come on, dog. That's crazy. That's wild. Anyway, Fired Up Friday. Here's our segment of the day.
Let's go.
Top 5 biggest sports bars pet peeves. I'll start off. So coming in at number 5, terrible wings. You cannot have terrible wings at a sports bar. I cannot walk into your establishment, order wings, and they taste like shit. That is not flying. Your blue cheese needs to be on point. Because you could get away with shitty wings, but you can't have shitty wings and bad blue cheese. I will Yelp you. I will full on Karen you. You have to have good wings and you have to have good blue cheese. Coming in at number 4 on my list of sports bar pet peeves, when it's hot as fuck. No one likes going into a sports bar. You walk in and you're dripping in sweat and you just feel the musk just floating all over your face. You got sweat dripping down your forehead. It's dripping onto your wings. Your beer is piss warm after 5 minutes. Absolutely miserable experience. Coming in at number 3 on my biggest pet peeves for sports bars, having ugly bartenders. Like, I'm trying to look at some fitted birds when I'm out there, when I'm watching NFL Sunday, when I'm watching Red Zone, when I'm throwing brews back with the boys. I don't want to look at some fucking walrus. I want to see some fitted birds. You got to have some smoke shows working on Sunday.
Pang tings.
Some peng tings. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to have some fitted birds. Coming in at number 2, not having freezing cold beer. It needs to be fucking freezing. I don't want your piss warm beer. I don't want a mug that's not chilled. I need a freezing cold beer at your establishment. And coming in at number 1, this is my biggest pet peeve at every sports bar. When they play music over the game audio, let me hear the commentary. I want to hear Tony Romo dissecting the defense and telling me what play is coming. I don't want to hear the same beat drop I've been hearing since 2013. No thanks, Calvin Harris. This is NFL Red Zone Day. This is not EDM Sunday. Please stop playing music over the commentary.
I mean, Smoke, that's an unbelievable list. I'm going to do mine. I do have a couple that are similar to yours, so I'm going to try and switch them up just to get some new ideas, but I do have a couple follow-up questions to ask. First and foremost, go-to wing flavor, wing sauce. What are we going with? You're already a blue cheese over ranch guy, which is the bare minimum. Like, if you're a ranch guy on wings, I'm taking your man card. You don't even know what you're doing. You shouldn't be allowed to eat the wings, so I'm glad you're on that side. But what are we doing for sauces?
Well, I'll answer that. I want to make clarification. So in today's modern age, no one really knows how to define a woman. And I truly believe that if you eat your wings with ranch, you are a woman. You fall into that category. That is my new definition on how to define a woman. If they eat wings with ranch, they are, in fact, a woman. Now, to answer your question, it depends on the place, but I love a little hot garlic parmesan.
Ooh.
I'm the guy that likes to mix the sauces. They're like, we got mild, medium, hot, garlic parmesan. I was like, how much is it to fucking mix it? I don't care. Give me the hot garlic parmesan, all flats. I'm an all flats guy.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up as a drummer. As a kid, I was a drummer. But then, your balls drop, and you just realize how much better all flats are. All flats with blue cheese. Mix the sauces, get them exactly how you want them, and you're in heaven. There's nothing that I enjoy more than all flat, delicious wings with a gourmet blue cheese dip.
I mean, that's a great answer, and I can't wait till you're up in my neck of the woods because I'll get you some real chicken wings because your whole life you've been getting lied to. I'm sure what you're eating is fine, but up here it's a little different. We take wings seriously. They're called buffalo wings. I might not live in Buffalo, 45 minutes outside, but we do wings right up here. My favorite flavor, side note, there's this spot I go to. There's this sauce called Bee Sting. It's like a sweet and spicy. It's absolutely unbelievable. Blue cheese on point. That's what we're talking about. And then one more thing to go ahead. I was going to change
before you get into your list. Oh my God, what was I going to ask you? We were just talking about wings. We were just talking about. Have you ever had wings outside of where you're from?
No, because I wouldn't order them. There's no point to order them.
It's like that.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I haven't even had a lot of wings elsewhere because, like, when I'm in Rochester or Buffalo, I know that when I'm sitting down and ordering wings, they're going to be fire every single trip. And even if they're like okay, I'm pissed off because that wing should have been fire. So I haven't had a lot of other wings. I haven't had a lot of other pizza. We do pizza good up here. I just know that what we do is great and other places don't do it like us. So I just kind of avoid it. So it could be a little ignorance on my end. I will try.
A little ignorant for sure.
I am coming your way. So I will try. You got to have to take me to what's your spot? Wings Plus with the blue cheese. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen a picture of this blue cheese in my group chat. And every time I'm like, I need to taste this because it looks so fucking delicious.
Good. It is. I'll drink it out of the fucking ramekin. Whatever that thing is, I'll fucking lick it butt naked out of there.
And then the other thing I had to say off your list, and I agree, beer needs to be as cold as you can possibly make it. The nice thing about being up here is in the wintertime, when your boys come over and everyone brings their own 12-pack, you don't even got to throw it in the fridge. You put it outside in the snow. You let it rock out there because it's cold enough. It's going to get ice cold out there. So you don't even need to use the fridge. You just leave your beer outside.
What?
You open the sliding glass door in the back. You put your beer outside. It's like 30 degrees out. Your beer is going to be ice cold, brother. You got to use the
Yo, my
elements in
mind
your
is
favor.
just blown.
Yeah.
Dude, we put our beer outside and it's not in the cooler. It's piss warm in 2 minutes. Even in December, you can't even do it in December.
I mean, it's fucking cold up here. We get snow. Rochester got the #1 snowfall in the country last year. People think it's places like Alaska or Colorado or Maine that's getting the snow. Rochester, #1 in the nation. Why do I live here? I have no fucking idea. So it's nice though. That's the one nice thing is you put your beer outside and it stays cold for you. But I was in England, man. I was in England. I took the trip a couple months ago, and there's a couple random places where you'll just get served a warm beer. And it's intentional. Like they drink some of their beer warm, bro.
That's
so disgusting. I would take a sip
warm
and I would
beer
just
is
be
disgusting.
like, want to vomit it, but I'm not going to be disrespectful to these people. So I just take it back, slam it. Don't order another one because I'm not drinking my beer warm. I don't know how they do it out there, though. That's crazy.
Before you get in your list, I have one more question.
Yes, sir.
Shoveling snow.
The worst thing in the world.
But no, I really want to know. Like what goes through your mind when you wake up? Now I know you work remote, but maybe you had other jobs that weren't remote.
Yeah,
when you have to wake up and before you even go to your job, you have to go shovel snow. Like take me through your mindset and what's going through your mind at 6 a.m. and you're like, I got to go shovel snow.
It is the most miserable thing in the world, especially when you're like a 13-year-old kid and then your dad starts making you do it. It's like I'm convinced that's the reason he had kids, is that so we could grow up and shovel the driveway for him at some point. But it's the worst. It literally is the worst thing ever. There's certain days where the snow is so high that you're not even shoveling it. Like I'm talking like the snow is up to your hips. And when the snow is up to your hips, you look outside, you text your boss and you say, hey, I'm not coming to work today. There's 0% chance I'm coming to work today. I'm not doing it. And we even have these things. I don't even know. Have you ever heard of a snowblower? I figured you didn't. So it's a machine. So instead of shoveling, like I have one at my house, because sometimes the snow gets so bad you can't shovel it. It's so heavy, so thick, so big. But it's this machine, and it's like you hang on to it, you do the grips, you push it, and the snow goes in, and it just feeds out and flies away. It's crazy. They're life changers. If you don't have a snowblower, I don't even know how you would get by in Rochester. You probably wouldn't. The worst is when I lived downtown in the city for a while during college, and it's like on street parking. So the snowplow would come by, your car would just be boxed in, you'd be fucked. It's the worst. It truly is the worst. I could go on forever and talk about how bad the winter is here and how much I hate it and why do I live here. It makes no fucking sense. But let me get into this list a little bit here. So I'm going to start it out. I'm going to say this same one. It's going to be my only repeat I have with you. There's nothing worse than a hot bar. I know I just went on for 10 minutes about how cold it is here, but even in the winter, when they pack a bar full and the AC is not going and you get that stale hot air, absolute worst. I want it to be like 64 degrees of cool, calm, and comfort. Yeah, I don't blame you, Draco. You're right. Like I take the hurricanes too. I don't know why my family choose to live here. I plan on moving very shortly, and we're gonna get that figured out. Second, at number 4, and this might be a personal thing that I've seen, but I've been to bars where the TVs aren't like synced up correctly. So there'll be the same game will be on like this TV as it'll be on that TV as it'll be on that TV. But for some reason, one of them will just be a little faster, like 5 seconds faster, which doesn't seem like a big thing. But in sports, like when that touchdown happens or that catch happens or that fumble happens, that's instant reaction. And if you're watching a TV that's a little behind, all of a sudden you're looking around like, what the fuck just happened? That might be hyper specific, but I've definitely had it happen more than once. So I had to add that to the list. Number 3, I mean, I think that this is common at not just sports bars, but any bar, taking forever to get served, man. When you're either sitting at the bar or you go up to the bar, you're obviously there to watch the sports. You don't want to spend all your time waiting to get a drink. It honestly boils my blood, and it leads me directly into my next one, which is if you don't have beer pitchers or bucket deals, that's the number one turnoff. Because I'm not here to have one drink. I'm here to get crippled, drink a bunch of beers, sweat out my bets, and hang out with my buddies. So I don't need to be going to the bar every trip. You sell me a pitcher, a bucket deal, something like that, so I can bring it to my table, kick back, relax, and watch the game. That's a game changer. And number one, and I've said this to my friends before, and I think it's my number one dream job that I could have, that I think that I could do better than anyone else in the world. TV manager. I want the title of TV manager. Because when you go to a bar or a sports book or wherever you're going to watch a lot of games at once, if they don't have the right TVs on in the right places, it drives me fucking insane. And I know for a fact that I'd be able to do that better than anybody else in the world. Because I am a gambler. I love all sports. I'm going to have your football games, your soccer games. When someone places a bet down on the baseball game, we're going to get the baseball game in the top right obscure corner. We're going to make sure the big game's on the main TV with the sound. It's like these little things that go through people's mind. And I went to Turning Stone, is a casino by me, a couple weeks ago. The Champions League final was on. We go to the sports book. They have a Red Sox game on the big TV. I look at the guy and I said, can you please change it? And he goes, no, we can't. We have a big handle on this game. I said, you have a big handle on this game at 3:00 on a Saturday? No, you don't. The World Cup final is the biggest sporting event in the world. You're going to change this TV. And he said, no. And I looked at him and I said, then I need to speak with your manager because this is ridiculous. I pulled a pure Karen on him because I'm not tolerating people that aren't putting the right sports on TV. Shit is simple, and I would dominate that field. And I'm sorry for the rant, but it's just such a passion of mine. And people need to figure it the fuck out, man, because it's not that hard.
Did they change the game?
Yeah, they changed the game, bro. I wasn't sitting in no sports book to watch the Red Sox play when the biggest sporting event in the world is on TV. Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, that is so funny that you said that, TV manager. So when I was living in Orlando for college, I had a TV manager for college football. His name was Sean Barron. This kid was so fucking dialed on the remote. Like, I am talking the Scott Hansen of college football. He's like, I'm like, bro, put the game on. He's like, relax, bro. They're on commercial. 3 seconds later, bing, flicks it back on. Like, we're live. We're watching it. He's like, hold up. Bing, right back to the TV.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Dialed. They're like, bro, he's all over it. Like, I would run into his apartment, sit right next to him, and hand him the remote. I'm like, do your thing. Absolute fucking wizard. Had the commercials to a T. Had every station memorized in his hand. He's like, oh, no, we got to go over to fucking Fox. Here we go. Big 12. Oh, interception. Back to commercial. Yeah, let's go check out the SEC. Like, dialed in. Like, he could be a professional TV manager. Like, that is crazy you said that because that is exactly what that kid was. And my Saturdays have never been the same since.
That's the type of shit I'm on. I literally had my buddy, he just moved to Denver last week or a couple weeks ago, and he texted me and he said, I don't know how I'm going to do Sunday football. And I was like, why? Time change or what's wrong? He goes, no, I don't have you to run the TVs. Like, I would have a group text and I'd be like, who's in for this week? They'd tell me in. Okay, so we got the Dolphins game at 1:00. You're a Steelers fan. Your game's at 1:00. I'll make sure you get a TV. You're an Eagles fan. Your game's not till 4. So we'll have you on the back end. Red Zone's going here. Like, I run a tight-oiled machine over here, bro. I got 4 TVs in the living room. It's a gambling sweat cave. That's what I do all day long. That's just my life,
dude,
bro.
That is great. We need to open a sports bar and just fucking, you'll just be in the back room like the producer. All right, let's see. Like, we'll get the public. We'll have everyone fill out a poll, like who bet what, and then based off everyone saying, fucking Bobby's dialing,
ripping.
That's our business idea. Come sweat your game. If like whatever everyone has the most on, we're sweating it for you. We're popping around, dude. That is fucking hilarious. That's great.
It's facts though, bro. I just have always felt this way, and I've had so many examples in my life, and I don't know, man. I'm a freak, I guess. Like, it's a little OCD thing. Even when something is like it always could be better. I don't know how to explain it. It could always be better. People need to hire me, and I'll change your fucking business's life. It's all it comes down to.
Bobby's sitting in his room after an NFL Sunday, like Jimmy Butler, like, fucking, I just dropped 47. I do this shit, dog. Like, for the dogs, man. Like, fucking, they didn't miss shit, man.
Like, how good of a feeling is it when you hit that perfect commercial flip? That perfect flip.
Oh my God.
Right back. We're right in. You didn't miss a second, but you also got to see some other shit. Like, I take pride in that. I take pride and honor in that. And when you hit one, it's like a deep down, like, let's fucking go.
No new haircut. It's a no beard waddle waddle.
Oh,
Sorry I was
good.
getting on you last time, but you come on my show fucking disrespecting Drake. Like you know I'm going to fucking bring the dogs out. But nah, just a little baby face, same haircut though.
Speaking of haircuts,
Uh
I'm cutting all mine off next weekend.
no, we need the mullet.
It's coming off, bro. I got a wedding. I'm the best man. I
No.
need to look confident, calm, cool, collected up there. I'm going to deliver a speech. It's going to be incredible.
What's the speech looking like? Are you going funny or serious?
There's a this is my second best man speech now, so I'm comfortable with
Wow,
it.
you're a likable guy.
Yeah, I'm a legend. Um, there's a very easy formula out there for best man speeches, and if you're not familiar, I'll put you onto it right now. It's simple as can be. You start it out, you look at the bride and groom. No, I'm sorry. You started out with a joke or something funny. You grab the audience real quick. You look at the bride and groom. You tell the bride she looks beautiful. You make fun of your buddy that's the groom. You tell a long story about your buddy that's the groom. You work in the girl. You end it with a emotional something. Your main goal should be to make the bride and groom's parents cry, which I will. I'm going to start with laughter, end in tears. It's going to be spectacular. I can't wait.
Yeah, you might have to copy and paste that because we're getting like my group is getting into that like
That
marriage
stage.
phase.
Yeah.
I think I might have to give a couple speeches. Could you imagine going through your whole life and not giving us like a best man speech at someone's wedding? You have to be a loser at that point.
A bit of a crumb, bro. I mean, it's an honor, but I'll tell you what, it is an honor, and I take pride, and I'm happy. It's also a pain in the ass, bro. It is a pain in the ass to be the best man, setting up the bachelor party, and then you got to go to the rehearsal dinner and the party after, and the pictures, and the this and the that. So it
Really?
definitely, I mean, yeah, I mean, you got to come out of pocket. You're going to be paying a lot of money because you got to throw a bachelor party. So everyone ends up chipping in, but you know how when you're that guy that fronts something, you never get all your money back. Like that's just how it
Right.
goes. Like you front the Airbnb and you front the couple nights here or there because you have to put in reservations, and then you ask all your buddies to hit the Venmo and the Cash App, but they don't always come through. So it's best man's responsibility. Show must go on, and it is what it is. But getting to do the speech is fun. It's not hard. It's easy. Keep it short. No one wants to hear you fucking ramble. They're not here to listen to you. Tell a joke, make them laugh, then make them cry, and send them on their fucking way.
I love it. There's life lessons for you presented by Bobby. I think we discussed everything we needed to for Fired Up Friday. Thank all of you guys for tuning in, listening to us. If you guys agree with our pet peeves, let us know. If you disagree, let us know. Comment below your pet peeves at Sports Bars. Thank you
Oh
guys
yeah.
for tuning in. I'm Nikki Smokes, co-host Bobby, and we will see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Fins up.
Fins